Soon. Just to clarify, before we get started, we'll be covering the gold matches today for any of you supporting those players. And just a few teams that we should be looking out for today. Franklin, Phoenix, and Gnome are two of our dominant teams that we've seen in the past few weeks. Hopefully we can cover that action and see how the games play out this week along with those players. So we start off with our first match as some teams drop into the map. We're going to be playing Storm Point today. Switching up the maps every week, keeping it pretty spicy for you guys and letting these players see how they can really adapt to these maps, adapt to these different situations. And we'll be covering all that action for you today. We'll see Launchpad, actually one of those hot locations. We'll see if any teams start to go there. Yeah, it seems like the team we're actually covering right now, Agate Moth, Black Belt, and Triangle on the Triangle Shot Shogun squad. Gonna be hitting this hot drop straight away. Few teams also going down to this barometer location as well. See how these teams can really adapt to this new map, this new meta. We'll see zone and the pool's pretty central here. We'll move over to this Troy Evo Eagle squad as they are contested by another team pretty close by, being this Omaha Inferno, or INF. Seems like Quickster sending out some ping straight away, giving that information to his teammates. He's got that Rampage in hand, just trying to find a little bit more loot before they get engaged too much here. J-Man, maybe looking for some shots on these enemies, looking for that early chip damage, give them the edge in the fight. See how this plays out.
Sorry,
here.
right now I'm trying to. What you're hearing is these
players really playing patient here, not taking too many shots. Doesn't really know if the players are aware of the location, but there you go. You see J-Man putting out some shots down range.
Trying to figure out a way to turn
with
it off
that
so we can watch the Lions.
Switching out for a
talk
Peacekeeper
about
as well.
them.
Got the shotgun for
We got
close
Cincy Orange,
range.
Cincy
He's really got
Black,
a great
we got
setup to
Cincy
start
Orange on
off here,
team
and we'll see
4.
what he
We
can
got
do with
Cincy
it.
Black on team 5. Cincy Black already with 3 kills. Looks awesome
Overjoyed,
so
also
far.
gonna be
Let's
taking
go
some
ahead and
shots
check
here.
in
Not
on
able to land him
them.
straight away, but that Sentinel, it's gonna hit hard if he connects.
Cincy Black, we got
Nothing much
Ramadan
to find,
down.
just
I'm going to
pressuring
continue to try to
that team
figure
on
out this
their
whole
location.
audio situation.
J-Man doing the same thing here. Gonna maybe toss a just looking for a little bit of damage onto this squad. Force them out of this location, force them away so they can capitalize on this loot. A few tags there, but nothing much more than that. They've done their job Omaha, forcing that team out of that location and claiming it for themselves. We will see another fight actually going down here. The Mustangs alive, only one player, Lumi, gonna be left all on him with Peacekeeper, but he goes down. And that's Water Contain with 5 eliminations to his name. We missed the action earlier, but he's been doing bits on this Cincy Black team. So much damage, so many eliminations, and he's really coming into his own in this match thus far. Maybe another fight actually going down here. We'll see some teams maybe laying down some shots here. Triangle, Shogun, and this Omaha team. Both looking for some damage here. Both looking to capitalize maybe on some of these eliminations. We'll see what they can do here. Looking to just take their time here. I don't really think either of these teams are opting to fight too much, but we'll see that zip line come down in Omaha. They want to get out of here quickly, but Overjoyed, he's taken down. He's absolutely ripped it. They're going to go back for him. Quickster doesn't want to leave his teammate here. He's going to get that res off, but is it going to be in time? A gate moving in quickly.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn down the
not
game
able to find
audio
that, but
a little
Quickster
bit.
going down as well, and finishing moves coming out. And only one player left. J-Man, all left on his own, but he seemed to have rotated out here. He seemed to have...
I'll try to figure it out in between the next match, but right now we do have Cincinnati Black doing phenomenal work. Right now they are sitting with 6 eliminations to their name already. Right now that is putting them well above and beyond the rest of the teams in the lobby. As you see, there are unfortunately only 14 teams this week, but still great opportunity for Cincinnati Black and Orange to do some great work. The Cincinnati Orange had a phenomenal week last week, scoring an abundance of points, and actually I think getting one of the drops is a win. I think they actually won the second drop last week, if I remember correctly. Right now we got JS Legend, Sly Fox, and Golden Striker 27.
They don't want to give up any more of these eliminations to that.
Right now, none of them having any eliminations to their name.
If
If we go ahead and just check out the map, right now we are on Storm Point. We do have the Cincinnati Lion Orange down here in the bottom left of the map. They're going to have to be rotating in, and they are adjacent to the Cincinnati Lions Black, who have obviously taken out 2 teams so far on this map. We do have some combat going on up here. Who is that? That's the team is Vivid. So that is the Bearded Dragons, and they are up against Manoa. Manoa team is the Franklin Phoenix, one of the boogeymen of this lobby. The Franklin Phoenix and the Gnome Darts. Keeping an eye out for the Gnome Darts. Actually, there they are, Team 8. Right now we do see the Cincinnati Orange.
We'll see them continue on this match.
Looting up right now, hanging out in these caves, killing some of the wildlife. And they are currently in the zone. We'll see where the circle ends up pulling.
Ammo and I think that is I think it's thermal vision on it as well.
And right now we do have a very crowded portion of the map over here. And this, I believe, Mr. Tiger Fox, Dr. Igneous, and Sambi, that is the Gnome Darts.
Gnome Dart squad.
We'll go ahead and take a peek at them, as they are usually one of the higher performing teams in the lobby. Curious to see if they capitalize on this very crowded section of the map. They seem to be kind of holding their ground at the moment, utilizing the terrain to their advantage, as people are going to have to rotate into them. Very smart move. Did end up getting an elimination there. And it looks like so far for their team, have 2 eliminations.
I think
One Dr. Igneous and one Mr. Tiger Fox.
And pick off.
Running a very different composition than the Legends that the Lions teams are kind of running.
Definitely separated from his teammates overall.
Let's go ahead and see what else is going on the map. Okay, so we did get the circle pull, and this entire crowded section of the map is going to have to rotate completely across to get into this zone. And so this does set up the Cincinnati Lions orange and the Cincinnati Lions black for a relatively easy and safe rotate. I do anticipate the black and this team with Booger on it, which is the Hanover Horde, which is just rocking a duo today. This might be another opportunity for the Cincinnati Lions black to get a couple more eliminations. The orange, I really like their position in this zone, and I really like that they are going to be able to get some advantageous terrain and sit there while everyone else rotates in. So let's go ahead and take a peek over on the Cincinnati Lions black, as we do anticipate them coming in contact here.
He's trying to rotate out of this position, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
So not sure if they're aware of this other team, but we are going to potentially see a 3v2 situation for the Cincinnati Lions black. Jumping right in on it, gets 118, but water aim does go down, so right now it is the 2v2. However, the Lions don't know they're up against the duo at this moment.
Demolition, he's going to be able to find a little bit of damage.
Ramadan playing conservatively, running back to the building.
A little bit longer,
Mr. Me doing a little bit of the same
in this building, and we'll see if Franklin Phoenix actually find him. Doesn't look like they're going to aggress too much more. They found those first two, and it doesn't seem like
looks like they maybe just be leaving
water
water
over at this Hanover Horde that just found an elimination. Slug Life, Booger. Good shots coming out there with the 30-30. They're going to find an elimination of their own.
I think Slug Life and Booger, when you hear the other commentator talking about it, elimination, I think is water can aim that they're talking about.
One by one. But it seems like this
Ramadan going for some crafting at the
might
moment.
rotate straight into Hanover Horde and catch them off guard. I don't think they're aware of it just yet, but they did close that door. They will hear it.
Cincinnati Lions orange sitting nice and comfy up here.
If they can react quick enough, maybe find these two
likely
players
to come in contact with air demolition. Let's go ahead and take a peek over at them. We'll come back to the Cincinnati Lions black, see how they do with rotating in from that ring closure. There we go. Golden Striker has identified the enemy team that is right to their west. Sly
over towards the mill.
A little bit of range. Typically a more aggressive player,
controlling it.
more short range. You do see that he's also equipped with an alternator, prepared for that. Right now he's just getting some peeks. Trying to keep an eye out. They know they have a good position, that they can fight from here, they can play from here.
But
looks like, you know, he's sitting there with plenty of shield cells. So they have the longevity if they can hold this spot. Now you did just see an enemy on his screen. There's 2, 3, so they know they have a trio. Trying to get some pot shots off.
Going down, but you will see some of these teams
overshooting a little bit.
In Slug Life, actually.
All right, looks like Cincinnati Lions black in a fight again.
Looking for some damage, looking for some shots, maybe finding a crack there. I'm not sure. Yes, they do. Looking for some more.
Oh no, Ramadan has been cracked. Trying to get this med kit off. Hopefully he's not caught in the open here in this water. Can he get it off in time? He does, just in the nick of time. Mr. Me sending off some decoys.
And Mr. Me are the two they are looking
pretty diehard Mirage
black.
Player. Ooh, you can hear the bullets whizzing by.
With the water
the enemy team definitely does have Cincinnati Lions black on the run.
A little bit longer here. That Hemlock, that Mastiff to work with.
Now they are in a position where they know the other team is going to have to close in on them or rotate around to the east side of the zone. And I think the Lions Black's position's not bad at all.
At a man disadvantage at this point, and that teammate's going to have to
find
find
some
some
loot. Being stuck as a duo is
so
going to be difficult for them to overcome.
But maybe a fight going down here for Franklin Phoenix as they look to put some pressure.
All right, we do have the Cincinnati Lions orange in a fight right now. They are in that position. People trying to come in. Jace Legend dropping some utility, getting some close shots off, but does end up going down. Gets knocked. Sly Fox, maybe the next one to get knocked, but keeping up. I don't think he notices the enemies up there on that second floor. Oh, there's 2 downed enemies. Okay. Ooh, just barely does get knocked. That leaves Golden Striker for the team. He's going to go for the revive. Oh, is he going to be able to get it off? He does. Legend is up for the moment, utilizing Conduit's ability, getting some temporary shields up. Golden Striker getting some good damage off. Does end up knocking out those players, and so that's going to eliminate that enemy team. And they are currently surviving with a good number of eliminations. So Golden Striker taking all 3 of those. Cincinnati Lions Black still sitting at 7 eliminations, definitely leading the lobby in eliminations, with Franklin Phoenix sitting at 6, but they have been eliminated. So Gnome Darts, one of the other teams typically in the running for one of the top placements
in this arena.
It's one of the bigger enemies on the map at the moment.
Some more fights going down on the edge.
It does look like Water Can't Aim did get brought back into the game. So they were able to revive him. And they've completely ended. We must have missed like an evac tower or something. I believe that they completely rotated to the opposite end of the zone. It would be awesome if we end up with a Cincinnati Lions Black and a Cincinnati Lions Orange final 2.
And they're able to find that shield crack.
Oh, here we go. Mr. B with some great visibility of this enemy team up on the hill. Mr. B down and yoking. Mr. B, Water Can't Aim. And Ramadan just getting massive damage in here right now. Ramadan shooting some smoke up top, gonna cover their movement. They're gonna push this remainder of this team right now.
Not sure if they know where he is just yet. Maybe taking some fights on the other side of the zone. Yes, they are. Cincy Black.
Eliminate EJD
EJD
Dead Rider. I was trying to like make that something that it totally wasn't. Okay, so the Cincinnati Lions Black are gonna have to rotate to this smaller zone. And the Cincinnati Orange are holding this building, which are going to prevent these 2 teams. I do imagine the Black is going to probably try to eliminate this duo, and then we might see a Black on Orange fight going on.
Random Tex is going to find those shots on
Cincinnati Lions Black and Orange very competitive against each other. It's really fun to see the internal dynamics of our team as they're practicing and talking post-matches on performance. Both teams taking these Apex competitions quite seriously. Ramadan taking down Yakub. Alright, so they are going to take an evac tower. This may actually avoid a potential for the Cincinnati Orange and Black immediate fight.
That Scribbles just rotated into, and Scribbles, he's aware of it, but is he going to do anything against this 3-player squad?
Jeez, it looks like Cincy Orange is trying to take some long-range shots over here.
Just yet, but
the Lions, I think they are sitting on top of a single solo
in this position
enemy player in this building somewhere. We'll have to see how that ends up working out. Who is that person? Maybe we can find him. I think his name was like Squiggles or something.
He's shot at from some other squad. If he drops into this building, he's gonna be caught out as well. Scribbles, shield is cracked. Shield battery being
Scribbles, that's his name. Scribbles. Where is he?
He's just gonna play.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Around his utility here.
Right here, Team 18, no man. Okay, so he's up here hiding on the top of this building. The entirety of Cincinnati Lions Black is on the inside. Oh, but he has revealed himself, and now he's taking the full force from Water Can't Aim. And Water was able to eliminate him. Lions Black sitting at 12 eliminations so far this map. Absolutely dominant in this lobby today.
Some damage coming out, some concussion. Indeed, and a good use
only 5 squads remaining. Gnome Dart's currently in a fight. It does look like the Cincy Black are pushing this as a third party.
Survive a little bit longer, but not able to do so. And Gnome Dart's still in a tricky situation.
Here we go. Cincinnati Lions Black pushing the Gnome Darts.
This Gnome Dart on, and it looks like they're gonna be able to do so. A lot of damage coming out.
Tons of damage coming in from Water. Ramadan, Water down with shields. But Lions Black does end up eliminating the Gnome Darts. This might actually be a Cincy Black, Cincy Orange final.
On that third party. He has that Kraber in his hand as well, and we'll see what he can do with it here. Some big damage, some big shots.
Oh my goodness. Now we're over to the Cincy Orange. Being the anvil. Oh no, JS Legend does go down. Can Golden Striker make him 1v2 happen? He does not. The Lions Orange go down as the number 3 squad. Triangle Shogun.
Cincy Black
right now facing off against the Cincy Black. We got Cincy Black up here on the high ground. I really like their position here. We got Mr. Me able to get some easy damage and shots. He's alerting his teammates, letting them know where they're at. Ramadan's coming around for the flank. Oh my goodness, Mr. Me is going to be right behind them with this shotgun, able to get tons of damage off. Is he going to be able to stay up? He does, and Cincy Black takes round 1. Phenomenal game, absolutely amazing game.
Some great shots from them as well to come in and to find those eliminations before the squads could react. And it's Water Contain, Mr. Me, and Random or Ramadan TXT.
You can hear the commentator saying Random. It's Ramadan. Ramadan TXT.
An action-packed match for you all.
That was fantastic. Now I need to find out how to mute the streamer during the match. Let's go ahead and check our settings here. That was absolutely awesome. That was so much fun to see the Cincinnati Lions Black and Orange just performing so well. Incoming voice chat volume. You know what? Let's turn that to 0. Let's turn that to 0. I don't know how I missed that before, but I bet that's probably the answer here. Oh my goodness, huge points. Huge points for the Cincy Black. Absolutely huge points. We might be able to take a quick peek over here and look at the current standings and the scorings that need to happen. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Let me go ahead and pull up Apex Gold. All right, so what you should be able to see here is the current standings, right? And it might be a little tough to see. Maybe I can make this bigger. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Boom. Too big. All right, so right now where we're sitting is the Franklin Phoenix, right? We did see them go down relatively early in that match. They're sitting at the top of the leaderboard right now with 81 points, okay? So they've done very well so far in the previous 2 weeks. The Cincinnati Lions Orange completely popping off last week. Ended up with 66 points so far for the season. Now, these two really leading the way in points. As you look, the Franklin Phoenix well and beyond the rest of the teams. Excuse me, the Cincinnati Lions Black sitting here in the 5th place slot with 26 points. There's no way they're still there. They got 18 eliminations. I believe an elimination is 1 point. I can pull up the scoring here real quick. But that's at least 1 point, and then I think first place is 12. So that's immediately going to shoot them at least up into 3rd place. I mean, of course, everyone else scored points as well. But I'm going to go ahead and send you back over to the match summary. Pull up the scoring for how this whole thing kind of works. So let's open up that rule set real quick. All right, yeah, so each elimination is 1 point, and then placement points go as first place is 12. So that was a 30-point game for the Cincinnati Lions Black. And as for the Cincinnati Lions Orange, for 3rd place, you get 7 points. So that's going to be 10 for them. So that's going to put, you know, Cincy Orange on the standings right now still higher. That's going to put them around like 92, or I'm sorry, correction, 72. And the Cincinnati Lions Black have just completely caught up. they're going to be up near. I'm not going to do math in public, but they're going to be up near the 60s somewhere in total points. Or I think what they get? They got 18, so they got 30 points. They had 20 something, so they're in the 50s. So definitely closing the gap. Now the Gnome Darts, where's the Franklin Phoenix? The Franklin Phoenix, they got 6 eliminations in 10th place. So 10th place is worth 2. 6 eliminations, that's worth 6. So that's 8 points for the Franklin Phoenix. So that is going to keep them way up on that leaderboard, pushing the 90s in points. So definitely still has a pretty commanding lead over the leaderboard, as each drop in each week do add to the cumulative scoring for the season, right? So very exciting stuff. Right now, we'll just go ahead and wait for the next match to begin as I try to get some of the Fortnite players ready for their 245 Fortnite match. And I think on the headquarters page, they're going to be streaming the gold match this week. So we do have our Cincinnati Lions orange team playing. Well, actually, they're the gray team. Our Cincinnati Lions gray team playing in the gold league match, and then we have Cincinnati Lions black playing today in the silver lobby at 2:45, and then at 5:15 we will have the debut of the Cincinnati Lions orange, who after their performance in the gold league last week actually got an immediate promotion into the platinum league. They ended up getting victory royale on both of the drops with a combined elimination count of something like 30 or 40 players. So they got an immediate promotion into the Platinum League, and we're very proud of them and excited to see what they do today. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. We'll go ahead and hang out here looking at this match summary and lobby as we wait for the next match to kick off.
Let's touch down here.
There's a prime spot for mayhem.
This is a good
I
LZ.
like my women like I like my sake. Cool, unfiltered, and on someone else's tab. Ugh, I'm starving. Is anyone else starving?
solid copy.
Selling ovary for some ramen right now.
All right, here we go into the second drop of the day. Do have Cincinnati Lions Black. Let's go ahead and check out the map. Let's see where everyone is. Okay, so we got Cincinnati Lions Black
Reckon we should
claiming
head here.
this spot. We do have Cincinnati Lions Orange where they were before. Practicing kind of how higher tier teams play is picking their drops, right? Broadcasting their drops and sticking to it. We do have these two teams, which I imagine Cincy Black. That's where they got their early eliminations, and it looks like if I were a betting man, they are shooting for those eliminations early again. I think that paid off very well for them early last game. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on them. I don't see a whole lot of shooting from these two teams at each other, so this isn't necessarily like a third-party situation. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they just don't see each other. I mean, everyone is right on top of each other. No one sees each other.
I think we should go here.
There might have been... Did they get eliminated? I think Sprite Cranberry Drinker and that team, those Mustangs, might have gotten that eliminations already.
Fancy a wee stroll this way?
Alright, Cincy Black trying to keep some eyes out. Does get vision, does have the superior position over this lone player. And Water taking out Mahungu Cakes. Mahungu Cakes. Right off the bat, very, very, very quickly. Here comes one of the teammates. Trying to evade Water at the moment. Water a little low on shields, continuing to build up some loot. Grabbing that evac tower for a future rotate. And they are currently sitting on the low ground at the moment, so taking the moment to utilize Horizon's ability to get up to that high ground, potentially take them by surprise if they are watching any other types of, cables or anything along those lines. Oh, it does get the jump on this player. Ramadan taking Sprite Cranberry Drinker down. It is a 3v1 situation. I think this looks very positive for the Lions Black, and it does. Sitting at 3 eliminations for the team. Ramadan with 2 of them, Water with 1. Off to another very strong start for the Cincinnati Lions Black. Currently, if we look at the kill board, obviously none of them having, that kill leader slot. We do still have... The Mustangs did take out that team that we were watching earlier. So instead of Cincy Black getting 6 eliminations or 5 eliminations off the rip, the Mustangs did grab up 3 of those. We do have the Franklin Phoenix, the leaderboard leader at this point, sitting with 3 eliminations. So they did wipe a team. Gnome Darts also wiping a team as well. And then the Orange sitting pretty, waiting for the later stages of this match. A little bit of a bummer, last split had a lot more individuals in the Apex program, and these lobbies were always really full. It's kind of unfortunate to see lobbies that aren't entirely full, as it gives a little bit of a different skew and gameplay experience for these teams. Okay, going in and checking the map again real quick. Cincinnati Lions Orange. Not really seeing anyone. We do have a different zone movement at this point in time. Last map, we did have the zone end up closing somewhere around here. Right now, we did have the Orange. It does seem like they're taking some pot shots. Might just be some wildlife. Yes, it is. Just building up that Evo. they're just hanging out, getting some Evo, getting some loot. It's currently sitting at a broad spectrum of shields, though. We do have, you know, white, purple, and blue for the Cincinnati Lions Orange. Definitely going to be something that they're prioritizing. There's a crafter nearby. Might be one of the reasons why they're so fond of this drop. You know, they got all the wildlife, they got decent loot, they've got the crafters. It's along the edge of the map. They're able to, you know, kind of play that edge in type of like strategy, if you will.
Laser sight here.
They seem to be avoiding early contests, which is nice for getting set up, getting in the situation that they want to be in.
Car SMG here.
It does look like the Gnome Darts are taking down some more players, and we might be seeing that on the scoreboard. We do, as the Gnome Darts have picked up 2 additional eliminations, bringing them up to a total of 5.
Cloudline here.
Right now, Cincinnati Lions Orange and Cincinnati Lions Black not really in contact. No one is really in a serious fight right now, except for potentially this team up here, which we'll go ahead and take a peek at. This is the Franklin Phoenix. Manoa, I think he plays every game in XP League. We see him in Overwatch, we see him in Fortnite, we see him in Apex. I think he plays Valorant. Watching Misty, trying to get some pot shots of these individuals trying to take this evac tower and get out of the way of the Franklin Phoenix.
Let's reposition there.
They seem to be in hot pursuit.
Ultimate
Go ahead
accelerant here.
and see it from the perspective of the other team. This is the Omaha Infinity. They are going to Valkyrie ult out of this position. You can see the Franklin Phoenix trying to shoot them out of the air. Doesn't seem to be terribly effective. And they are going to be moving across the map as we see them heading towards Milky, M1NK, towards the zone, right? They're going to be able to get into the zone. They're going to be able to set up on a pretty advantageous position here in the Cedo station and probably just hang out and play there for a little bit.
Might be something good there.
Can't really select that player. I was trying to just jump to him. Not a whole lot going on the map right now. Teams just looting up. People in the zone kind of staying along the edge. These teams, I think, are most set up to get some eliminations of individuals rotating in here in a little bit. Vibes in a dangerous situation, facing down an entire trio of the Gnome Darts. And I really like this position here from the Omaha Infinity. I think that they're going to be able to have a great spot against the Franklin Phoenix. And potentially even third party or get the scraps of whatever happens in this fight here. If they're lucky, they may identify this solo hanging out, which I think I actually may be looking at. Yeah, this is the solo. I did select them from the Irvine Dragons. So just ratting under a bridge, really just playing for placement points. And then we'll head up over here and we'll check out how this team's doing against the Franklin Phoenix. This is the Gnome Mowers. Oh, it does look like Franklin taking an evac tower. Going for a swim here, identifying that team that they were fighting previously, the Omaha Infinity. Getting some shots off, breaking some shields. They're not in a bad spot. Well, I don't really love their spot, but they definitely evac'd their way into a position where they're not going to get sandwiched as easily. They've got that mountainous terrain to their side. They've got this this grav lift that can send them away from any engagement. Now, their best hope is that there's no one there waiting for them, and currently there's not. But the Cincinnati Lions Black did watch that happen, and they are moving in. So we're gonna go ahead and change over to the Cincinnati Lions Black and see what happens in this showdown, which I think is gonna be pretty important. Lions Black were able to take out the Franklin Phoenix last match, but it was after a third-party situation. And the Franklin Phoenix definitely know their way around a firefight. Lions Black appear to be setting up like an ambush. They do have the high ground. Let's see if that Franklin team is still there. They have relocated to that building off in the distance, which I actually think is a better spot. Now, they did get an identification on it. Let's see if they end up opening up from a distance. I don't think they've been noticed. Oh, they all coordinated that. Didn't get as much damage as they were probably hoping for. But this cover from Mr. Me is going to allow for Ramadan and Water to get closer. Water dropping down some smoke to cover their advance. And here we go. We are getting into it. This team is being pushed by the Cincy Black. Bangor are going off inside the building, which is really cool. It pushes them off to the sides where they can shoot them. This high ground. Water using great movement to get here. They did down one of them. Oh my goodness. What was that? Quad knocking down Ramadan and Water, leaving just Mr. Me remaining. Here comes the push, and the Lions Black did get eliminated right there by the Franklin Phoenix. And so that's what I was worried about. They were able to eliminate them relatively easily the first drop due to the third-party situation, but Quad really coming in clutch there. You can see how low his health was after that fight, and there was already 2 down. It really came down to the Mr. Me fight there at the end, and Quad was able to pull it out. So great fight there. That is going to put the Cincinnati Lions leaving this match in the 7th squad place with 3 eliminations. So that's going to give them somewhere at least, 10 points. That's not correct. That's not correct. I don't know. We'd have to look at the score again. Franklin Phoenix just holding what they've got. I like their position. It's a good spot. Look at the Lions orange.
Forget that.
They're going to be rotating closer and closer to where the Lions Black's demise were. They're pinging it. They noticed it. They're getting shot at from the Phoenix. This conduit ability, I just love it. Getting those temporary shields is so huge. Getting in that little extra bit of damage, or that little extra bit of movement. Doors being blasted off all over the place. Alright, evac tower is down. Where are they going? Are they going to try to push this, I wonder? And land on top? Oh, it got shot. Evac tower got shot down, so they are going to be sticking around here in this building. This is going to be their home for the next little while. Now, they do have some grenades coming in, so they might be in a third-party situation here. But you know what? The orange are kind of off to the side. Now, it does look like Legend, I don't know what happened there. I think Legend might have gotten off of the evac tower. And the rest of the team got separated from him. Now, a little bit of a dangerous spot, I think, for JS Legend. He might be able to get some damage in here. He might be able to crack a shield or two, but I don't think he's going to be able to capitalize on the Phoenix from this spot. And we do see the rest of the Lions orange kind of rotating over behind him. Oh, the push is coming, and you know what? JS Legend getting the jump on that rampart is going to set up those temporary shields, which definitely did help in that situation. Golden Striker's shields continuing to stay strong with Conduit's ability, but he is the last remaining member of the Lions orange. Are the Lions going to be knocked out here? Yeah, Golden Striker picking up a couple eliminations here on these downed players.
1 second. We got
He's going to get the revive off on JS Legend. I didn't see where that other player went that was walking around with that knockdown shield. But the temporary shields are back up, which is going to give them the opportunity to reset here. Now, Sly has been completely eliminated, so they are going to be rocking as a duo. Ah, the grenade. All right, they are able to get this grab lift. Taking some pot shots as they go. It's sending them straight into the storm. JS Legend, unfortunately, goes down. And that's the team. Somewhere I missed the other eliminations, but Gnome Darts are still in it. Franklin Phoenix are still in it. 4 squads remaining, to include the solo, which the Gnome Darts have identified. Let's go ahead and watch this guy. Irvine Dragon solo, being chased down by the Gnome Darts, playing for placement, has already gotten to 4th place, and went down in a hail of bullets. Great job. Great job. All right, so we are going to see these 3 squads fight it out. Now, Gnome Darts are going to be the first into the zone. They're going to be capturing this building in the eastern side of it, and that's going to be a pretty strong position for them to hold, as the other 2 teams are undoubtedly going to come in contact. We do see over here, we're going to go ahead and click on this team. We got the Hanover Horde closing in on the Franklin Phoenix, and that is going to burn resources for both teams, and likely leave only 1 team standing. But Franklin Phoenix trying to take the evac tower to get out of there. That player did get out. I'm not sure if the other ones did. Oh, it looks like it's only Manoa remaining. So Hanover Horde with 3, Gnome Darts with 3, and the Franklin Phoenix sitting with a solo at the moment. Now there is a respawn tower right there, respawn beacon. I wonder if he has the banners for his teammates. That'd be really interesting. Late game respawn. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Hanover Horde just playing pot shots back and forth with the Gnome Darts.
Let's relocate there.
Looks like they are deciding to push the Gnome Dart side, which I think makes sense. Maybe not right now, but I think the idea makes sense. This ring is going to be closing in quickly. They have to go somewhere. Are they going to take this zip line? They are. They're going to take the zip line right down, right up the middle, into the Gnome Darts territory of this building. Now they've still got some cover, you know, from the smoke. And if they get pushed, Manoa might be able to get some eliminations for the Franklin Phoenix. Keep that score going up. Ooh, great angle here from the Hanover Horde. Ring continues to close. Dr. Igneous does take down Slug Life. Here comes the ring. Booger in kind of a rough spot. Healing himself, is going to be able to bring Slug Life back up. Is Manoa still in it? Manoa is. This is really the Hanover Horde versus the Gnome Darts. And Manoa is going to get to watch the Franklin Phoenix into the 2nd place squad at the end of it and clean up. Looks like Manoa is taking some long range shots on both teams here. Alright, Hanover Horde healing up, have a good amount of resources to do so. And they can just kind of camp out here. They can fight from this spot a little bit, a little separated. Getting some pot shots off on the Gnome Darts. Let's go ahead and see what life is like from their perspective, where they're hanging out at. Okay, it does look like they are going to start this push. 2 reds and a purple. They are set up and geared up. The Rampart Shields coming in clutch here, as they are in kind of an interesting situation where Manoa is over there being annoying, making it so that they can't just freely move and push around the right side of this rock. And then the Hanover Horde having plenty of cover to bounce between. It does look like one of them are already down, though. I think the Gnome Darts push is going to come imminently. Manoa showing his hand. Getting a lot of pot shots there. Hanover Horde not done shooting back. Smoke goes down. think if I were to guess, I think the Gnome Darts are sitting in a really strong position, even with Dr. Igneous down. Dr. Igneous now being revived by Sandbean. Whoa. Mondoa going for the charge here. And the Gnome Darts are going to take that victory for the second drop of the day with an astounding 14 eliminations. Great job by all teams participating. This was a really fun Apex match to watch for sure. Definitely hoping the lobbies start filling up for the next couple of weeks, as I do believe it gives a better experience for all involved. I'm gonna hang out here and wait until we see the match summary real quick, so we can just get a double check of how all the teams participated. Yeah, Gnome Darts, 15 kills is just insane. That's gonna propel them up the leaderboard. Franklin Phoenix, you know, Manoa holding out until a second place slot, really fighting for those 9 points, ladder points from the second place slot, and getting 8 eliminations as a team as well. Really puts these top 2 teams score-wise well above everyone else, to include the Cincy Black and the Cincy Orange. But overall, great games today. Stick around and we will have more action for you. We have the Fortnite games being streamed on the headquarters page, and then we also have Fortnite Platinum being streamed on the headquarters page at 5:15, and then we'll come back this evening for Overwatch